A little bit of a shakeup in the NFL schedule this season due to players testing positive for coronavirus. This week, we're talking about 2 games scheduled Sunday, 1 on Monday. Hopefully, nothing is going to happen between now and then to change that. Here with me to talk all about the NFC East matchup, CBS Philly, Don Bell. How's it going, Don?
Did you say NFC East? I think you meant NFC Least, right? Isn't that what you really meant?
The NFC Least, an infamous nickname for this division, as they have one of the worst win-loss records in all of the NFL right now. And one team is going to be playing another team with arguably one of the best records in the NFL right now, the Baltimore Ravens. It's the Battle of the Birds this Sunday against the hometown team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Who do you pick for that matchup?
Forget about actually the action on the field, and you'll immediately notice that the Ravens have a stronger roster top to bottom. There's a reason why they won. I think it was 13 plus games last year, and they also had the MVP, the reigning MVP in Lamar Jackson. I'm definitely taking the Ravens in this game, and I really think that the game is going to be won between the trenches. I think from tackle to tackle on both sides of the ball, the physicality of the Baltimore Ravens is going to be too much for the Eagles to handle. On the offensive line for the Birds, they definitely have some issues. Lane Johnston, their Pro Bowl, 3-time Pro Bowl right tackle, is having some issues with an ankle, and he's looking for a second opinion. That's bad news. And only Jason Kelce is the guy who was scheduled to start from the very beginning of the season, who was in that lineup and is fully healthy.
And then up next, we have the Washington football team preparing to face the winless New York Giants. Are they going to stay winless this week?
Man, this is a really tough matchup because neither team is very good. And so when I look at this matchup, I think for me it comes down to the strongest unit on both sides of the field. And I think it's the Washington pass rush. Their front seven is something to behold, especially when they can get you into known downs and distances. They can peel their ears back and go ahead and chase the quarterback and Daniel Jones. So I like the Washington football team in this matchup, even though it's on the road.
And then finally, we have the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Arizona Cardinals in Week 6. Who do you think is going to win here?
Listen, first of all, I feel really badly for Dak Prescott. I think that he was going to get paid a whole lot of money, and I think he's a really good quarterback. Having said that, bringing in Andy Dalton is not a bad thing. I mean, Andy Dalton, with all those weapons around him, even when he had those types of weapons around him in Cincinnati, he was able to get you 10 wins a year and get into the postseason. So I think the Dallas Cowboys are in some pretty decent shape with Andy Dalton. But here's the shakeup here. Their defense is awful. And so I like Arizona in this game to go on the road and get it done because Kyler Murray, I don't think they have an answer for him.
All right, Don, thank you so much for your time and picks this week. We're going to see how all this shakes out on Sunday and Monday. The NFC East, arguably the NFC least because of this division's record. You can read even more about the upcoming matchups on the CBS Local Sports article. Katie Johnston for CBS Local Sports.